Welcome back, everyone. I am the Depressed Dior, and this is Cultist Simulator. So we're in this never-ending struggle to find the answer to a riddle. Currently exploring. We're actually using, real people, not things from the Mantis. Alright, so we need Edge or Winter to deal with the Fretful Dead, and we need Lantern or Knock to deal with the hidden door. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some Lantern up because I'm not sure which order they're gonna come in, and then I'll be able to solve the issue with the next cycle. Also, our money is dropping rapidly because we haven't been actually doing anything at the moment. Because I've been doing all the Spintria stuff. Which is an option for us to do stuff. We can just start selling some Spintria to make money. Our strength is considerable. Our strength is matchless. Alright. Expedition continues. All we need is Lantern, so we'll get that topped off, and then we'll be good to go. I'm just going to go ahead and just do this to get it out of the way. Okay, we're good on that. Alright. Made a little bit of progress. Not much, but a little. So we got ourselves a Forbidden Epic we can explore with. At this point I'm going to go ahead and start, I don't know, we'll do, got these red secrets studied. The empty tomb. Here's the Voivode's mausoleum. Swagged cobwebs hang like soft gray drapes. A great sandstone sarcophagus stands upright at the far end. It's empty. Definitely gonna have some notoriety for the hunter to bring up. That's okay. Alright, I think we're good on the Spentria for now. It's enough to work with. Someone has left a little heap of treasures before the sarcophagus, like an offering. There are no footprints in the dust. Whoever left them came here long ago, or else has no need to touch the ground when they pass. 5 creations. This uses, of course, it's written in Vac. Before gods arose from blood. Before gods arose from blood, before ever apes stood upright, this was the language heard in the House of the Sun. The itinerant scholar Shohei debated 5 possible origins for humanity with a hooded figure since claimed to be the beach crow. Shohei later claimed that all these accounts had proven false, but the debate was nevertheless recorded. So, more of this. Alright, what else we got? Silver Spintria. Alright, so we're up to like a bunch of that. Something in Latin. Those indignities perpetuated by the deceitful fraternity of obliviettes. This book is as famous for the near incoherent fury of its tone as for the knowledge it contains in Latin. And we got some urgency of appetite. Alright, so we got some notoriety, not a big deal. It happens. I'm just gonna start selling some iron Spintrias while we're just hanging around. Oh, I should have explored. I forgot I had that. That's fine, we'll fix it. Yay, money. Buy me things, please. Get back to doing this for a bit. I mean, it's kind of useful to do it because it does get me glimmerings. So I'm not too bothered by the fact I did a bunch of commissions. And we still have like 35 funding, so we're in really strong shape at the moment. We'll use some of the Mystique, that's fine. That'll give us a little bit more money. Grunwald's Permanent Circus, a tiny city of patched tents around a whitewashed farm. Hunched performers shiver in dripping rain. Frau Grunewald has devoted her considerable fortune to the maintenance of this institution. Who knows why? The circus performers dislike trespassers behind the scenes. We got that going for us. Let's begin exploring. So we'll take Porter. And we'll take Elridge. And we'll pay this in cash. The circus folk will be ready to take up arms against us, and the power in the circus we fear may be worm-touched. Good to know. Alright, got evidence. Easy enough to fix. Destroy that evidence, please. Thank you. Alright, there is, of course, these guys. And we have a curse here, which requires lantern or moth, which we have 10 moth, so we're good on that. Worms of the world. And we got Watchers. I think we can deceive them with Moth, but I'm not going to take the risk. I'll just make sure we're covered. Alright, got that going for us. Made a little bit of money, not much. Alright. Keep building up this, Oh, actually, don't do that yet. Read this book. Oh, I need to translate from Latin first. Translate from Latin, then read book. Read books, kid. You get to learn about the mantis. Yep. Look closer, closer still, closer, keep looking, closer, now close your eyes. So, a certain deception. So yeah, this entire thing could have been done with 10 moth. Always good to be prepared. Sorry for popping the mic there. Oh, that's bullshit. A rank 10 moth failed. That is some epic level bullshit. Alright, so that happened. A rank 10 moth failed to get rid of tentative evidence. That's dumb. That's super dumb. Alright, well, I only have one Exalt left, and I don't want to risk her, so that's gonna be an issue. Well, let's go for gold then. Let's show you some things you can do with Connie Lee. So there's a few subjects we can talk about. Let's tell her about winter, shall we? Share the colder invocations of the ragged lore. There is a power that commemorates and grieves, and from whom nothing is taken, but who cannot be deceived. I will tell you that power's name. Listen to me. This might terrify the hunter, especially if they're already grim, but it will always increase your own dread. Alright, but before we do that, let's talk about Lantern. Share the brighter invocations of the glorious lore. The door in the eye navigates. He is not merciful, but first and always he illuminates. Listen and be illuminated. This may fascinate the hunter, especially if they're already an idealist, but will always increase your own fascination. So this is a way to get dread and fascination if you ever need it. So, since it's going to be super difficult to kill this thing through regular combat, I'm just going to try to make her go bonkers, and then tell her to go away. Kindly. Okay, now read that book, please. 58. That they did claim inheritance of the traditions of the House of Leth, but that they were disregarded, both its most sacred and its most beautiful ceremonies, where they are not found convenient. 59. So essentially going through a list. Alright, Expedition's doing its thing, that's fine. But yeah, I had 10 in Moth. That should have been a 100% success chance. But no. Apparently it's magic evidence. Now killing this person is not going to get rid of the evidence. The evidence is permanent. Also, this usually doesn't work, by the way. Yes, it could be something finer, but what we are is less important than what we do. The world is where we live, and I will defend it till I die. You can keep your visions. This hunter has become grim. Grim hunters cannot be swayed by the allure of glory, but their own despair may destroy them. So now they're weak against other things. So I'll tell about winter now. which conveniently will get me Dread, which will take care of the fascination we just got. We call upon Laughing Thrush, who cannot be exhausted. We are strong enough in Moth to be secure against the curse. Hello. Now I share the right that the Order used to summon a Caligen spirit. In clear defiance of the Letheran tradition, they did not offer Knocklore with a Winter Initiate and a Malleus Imperative, but rather Winterlore with a Knock Initiate and a Malleus, and the Malleus, it is not to be born. Right of the Watchman's Sorrow, which we already have. And we get some more Winter. We've been getting a lot of Winter lore. A lot of Winter lore. That's okay. Well, so once again we're in this situation. Let's study this stuff. Because I might as well. I feel like I'm stuck and I don't know how. Now with my luck, I'm pretty sure I'm about to get screwed over even more by that freaking Connie. There's not much I can do about it. Our power is stronger than the power that was here. The curse won't touch us. Fine. Ah, good. She's nuts now. Some overwhelming experience has robbed this individual of their senses. They will disappear soon, never to be seen again. So she is now a prisoner. I have this one in the palm of my hand. So she's gone. So the good news is, as long as we can keep wiping these people out, we'll be in somewhat good shape. That's another way to deal with evidence, if we have enough power to do so. The problem is none of our summons could work, because freaking Mantis is a bit of a bitch. Or, sorry, I believe it's called Mystical, or whatever they were. Essentially, they were immune to Mantis attacks, or super resistant. Anyway, I'm just getting these commissions just to have them ready if I ever need more of them. Alright, let's do a, do some of that. Get ourselves, this gets us, what, Moth and Heart and some other nonsense? Let's, I need Grail, Red Grail. Alright, yeah, we'll summon a Raw Prophet. Do I want to... Yeah, I might as well get rid of the body. Sure, we'll summon it. I'd rather have something that can actually fight, though. Alright, those are taken care of. In the... Well, one moment. Taking some water. Alright. In the striped tent, coiling teratologies behind smeared and murky glass, and the gray tent, a dripping fog that nuzzles us like a hunting cat. Fog rank as an animal in the black and starred tent. Wonderful meshes of orrery and sculpture spangle with costume gems. And the red tent. In the red tent, a madness of paper. The circus folk have pasted diagram-crowded paper to every surface. The anatomies of time, the dissections of old weather. The place stinks of nowhere. We should burn it when we leave. A trestle table holds an unceremonious muddle of trophies and keepsakes. Holius Himolymph, Faint traces of an enigmatic substance spilt in the commission of an ancient crime, tightly sealed in a glass ampoule. Who will remember the barber's son? So this gives us 12 in moth. Also, we got a bunch of glimmerings and other stuff. That's kind of weird. The Serenity of the Black Wood. This is in Greek. An allegorical history of the House of Leth, who it is here implied were inspired by the centipede Serena Blackwood, and is an occult alias to this day. The Orchid Transfigurations, Volume 3, a 16th century alchemical fever dream attributed to Robert Flood. Frequently banned, yeah. Same description, but just Volume 3 now. And some jumbles. Gotta go for the jumbles, man. Don't go for the crosswords, those are fool's gold. Alright. Well, you're now head of the order, Porter, because there is no one else around. Alright, well, while we're at it, let's go ahead and sell the jumble. Get that out of the way. Okay, we got a raw profit. Which I'll just have kind of hanging around for now. In the meantime, I will go ahead and try to start another right. Trying to see what my options are. Alright, let's do, Mighty Creature of the Forged Days. Can we do something with that, please? No. Summon a servant in rags. A deep winter's cold in name, and draw the maid in the mirror, edge to match her keen cruelty. So that's an option. That requires a victim, not helpful. Offering some of this. Alright. Let's try this again. Forge of Days, instrument. Not good enough. Alright, what if I do Dread? If I add Lantern, Heart, and other nonsense. That does a hint. Heart will get me a Thunderskin, Percussicant. And the other option is Winter, which I don't actually have anything that's super wintry that's of that type. Unless I do it this way. There we go, Sun and Rags. So we get the Maid in the Mirror. money. Alright. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is try to talk about some esoteric matters and see what happens. Alright. The thing that was a woman has no expression of her own. The movements of her eyes and mouth always match mine. As if I were looking in a mirror, her fingernails are as sharp as glass. The ascent is glass, the walls are knives. Each step is blood, the dead who rest before a new cracked mirror, who pass through the Peacock Gate, who master the sharp stare, those dead enter the surface of the sun in rags. 10 in Edge, 10 in Winter. Trying to see what options I have here. Can't moth be used to summon something else? What about Grail? I get something smoky if I summon it with Lantern. If I end Winter... Alright, so that's not helpful at all. I can have you explore, and that won't take up anything. Alright. Though I should have done that with the Maid in the Mirror, to be honest. That's okay. Next, I'm going to, I really want to summon either Azim or King Crucible. But I don't have any good ways to do that. At least not yet. For right now, I don't really care about the raw profit at the moment. Hey, we found somebody we can recruit. An entry consultant. Not really that useful. That's fine. Alright, so we got a new inspector to deal with. He is grim, meticulous, which means he always succeeds at creating evidence. But he has no defenses. Zachary Wakefield, a melancholy but remorseless inspector of the police. He has recently been seconded to the Suppression Bureau. So we can try to make him go nuts. Now, something to note. Every time I've tried, if I make them grim and then make them, whatever the other type was called, if they get both types, they automatically become tenacious, which makes them even harder to kill. So, I don't want them to be tenacious, so we're not going to deal with that. Oh wow, are we actually going to get some new people? Alright, got stuff going and happening. For what it's worth. Alright. Found it. So it is a specific lore. It's not based off rank. Here are those words, a desirable answer. So pleasant upon the ear, one can listen over and over. These are the words that make sacrifice sweet, a delightful sacrament. So, good to know. So don't upgrade everything immediately, because that could be dangerous. In the meantime, let's, we got some stuff here. Let's do Latin first. that started. Anyway, my plan will be going after Inspector Wakefield in a second. About 15 seconds. Yay, a new person! Laidlaw, an acquaintance. Laidlaw is a tinkerer mechanic with an uncanny knack. You may be able to recruit him. Wonderful. I can also upgrade him. So, we'll finally get some new people. I was a little concerned because I kept getting rumors earlier. Anyway. Let's go have a talk. Send an unstoppable force to murder a hunter. Unless this hunter has some unusual protection, they're already dead, but their demise will attract attention. That's fine. Attract all the attention you want. We're gonna get another inspector. Because, yeah, we got Mystique still, so yeah, we're gonna get another inspector that we have to deal with, but that's completely fine. We're just gonna keep slaughtering them. Greek? There you go. You found a shifty woman. I get the job done. Rank 3 in Moth. Here we are, the Stag Door. We can get a Trembling Heat, which is a 6-order influence. We can go to the Ascent of Knives, or Ascent of the Knives, or go to the Painted River. We'll go to the Knives first. Winter, a bitter atmosphere. Winter passes the clothes, passes the skin, nestles in the veins. A 10th order influence. A gathering knot of power and peril. This could be used in some rites to summon minions. I visited the Ascent of Knives last night, that harshest of roads, through the house. It has been sacred to the Miniscate and the sun and rags since the intercalate, when the true sun was divided. When I awoke, my room was freezing. The chill of it had cracked the window glass. So here we are. We have it. The way through through the Stag Door. In my dreams, I have found the way to the Stag Door, sometimes called the Horn Gate or the Adept's Door. I have answered its riddle, and am counted among the know. So we have that working for us. Got a new inspector. Weary detective. He has no traits. This gentleman would much rather be left alone with his pipe and his illustrated London news, but no. Apparently some conjurer of abominations has to be hunted like a mad dog, and apparently no one else can find the time. Okay, that taken care of. Let's do a bit of that. That. And summon another one of those made in the mirrors. Thank you. And we'll go ahead and go through the door for now. In my dreams, I know the path to the Stag Door through the maze of the bounds. Gerby will let me pass, but the path is always a puzzle. I will need reason now. I can also try to find a way through it. Nope. Approaching the spider door. Silken Sand's not enough. Okay. So with rank a tier 4 Grail lore, you'll be able to go through the spider's door that way. You can also do it through the through a lantern of that equivalent strength. In dreams, the silken sands are the place that whispers. Gray grains sift, gray weeds quiver. I have read of the angular tracks one must follow the sands' arced, unseen, slow-stepping residents. Pretty sure that won't work, and I'm pretty sure this won't work. Yep. And we'll just read the other description. In dreams, the silken sands are the place that whispers. Gray grains sift, gray weeds quiver. Thirst is the only guide to the sands. My thirst, or the thirst of the spider door. I think I'd rather go through the this way. All right. Meanwhile, we did some translations. Where both books are now translated. Let's go ahead and read the Orchid Transfigurations, Volume 3, Noon. A long dialogue between the Mountain Mother and the Vigilant Storm describes the ways in which both mountains and storms end, and the protections they use against those ends. My minion has returned with a trophy. We have a human corpse. The spirit is departed. At some point, the smell will be so bad you'll have to dispose of it, but here it is for now. It may attract attention. It may be used to impress the impressionable. I believe we've read it before. Oh, Mr. Weary Detective. We shall parley. Look into this mirror, please. Is that 50 seconds left to summon this thing? I'm gonna go ahead and let the raw profit go away. It served its purpose. Rebellious spirit. Oh well, that's fine. We'll just send it back. But we must use the knife, said the lion-throned one, the noose and the flame, the waking word against those who have passed the three-valved door, and so none may pass. That is our law and the law of the sun. Gave us a thunderous secret. So with a lot of time and effort, I can gradually get to a 4th tier heart if I really want to. May the serenity of the Blackwood, the proverbial footloose gatherers, travelers in the wood, and leads them through, but abandons them partway. They find themselves beset by glorious monsters. The sands drain away like water, and beneath is the stone from which gods rose so long ago. Ahead is the door, glistening like rain. Its black surface beaded with blood, each drop heavy curved like a swollen tick. We now have the way, the spider's door. In my dreams, I have found the way to the spider's door, sometimes called the Bloody Gate, or more informally, the Wrong Door. So we have the next. We've already gone up 2 tiers of doors now, which is nice. But for the time being, we'll go ahead and explore. Just kind of looking over my options for the moment. So I'll show off the way of the spider door. Provide a blood sacrifice to satisfy the thirst of the spider's door, or with the right lore, find the way to the Peacock's Door, the door where light is spilt like blood. In my dreams, I know the path through the silken sands to the spider's door. If I slake its thirst by spilling fresh blood before I sleep, it will open to me. So this door requires sacrifice, and we don't have any living bodies that I would like to get rid of right now. But we can see if we can try to get through this, find the next door. Okay, we can get through it if we finish this when I get my stuff back. So we'll do that. Alright, another dead body. Now, dead bodies don't work. I have to use this actual living sacrifice. But it is what it is. In the meantime, let's go ahead and see if we can gather some information. Made in the mirror, you go ahead and hang out for a bit. Alright. We are safe. Glass garden, approaching the Peacock's Door. The light of the divided sun penetrates my dream, but not long enough to thaw the long-dead frost blossoms of the glass garden. Each step I take crushes another plant to powder. This is as it must be. I will choose my steps carefully as the lore prescribes. Also, while that's going on, we have access to the Peacock Door. And now I just need sufficient power in the forge. The burning key. This rite is the key that will allow the Forge of Days to enter me. I will be changed forever. Let's begin. See the little picture in the background too. Shifty woman, don't care. The Peacock's Door, proud in shining amethyst, its glow tinting the snow-pale shapes of the glass garden. This is the highest point where mortals may penetrate the mantis. No crack mars its surface. This is not a door that opens, although it is said it may bleed light. Peacock's Door. In my dreams, I found the way to the Peacock's Door, sometimes called the Gate of Eyes or Pride's Dismay. So with that, we have the final door. In my dreams, I know the path through the glass garden to the Peacock's Door, the most admirable of doors, the door which shines like a mirror. Perhaps with the right resources I can pass it. This requires a tool, a specific tool. I will go ahead and save you guys the trouble. I do not have the right tool. So. Also, I completely forgot about this affliction. Completely forgot about it. It's not a big deal if I run out of time. It will. I'm at the point where I have enough power where I can reverse it. It's just going to be annoying. The Serenity of the Black Wood. We got some fascination from that. The travelers discover they can survive if they close their eyes. They adopt a closed eye as their sign, and that they can go unnoticed if they drink from the clear, cold streams. They never forget that proverbial footloose, the centipede, but they never forgive her either. Centipede's Testament. The centipede came up out of the sands and went in under the roots. She found a new home, but now she can't go home. She creeps in everywhere else, keyholes and histories in the channels of birth and sight and hearing. Here's what she has to say. We have the next tier of moth lore. Okay. Now the question is at this point, I believe the only stuff we really want to upgrade is probably Forge. But, I don't know, we'll see. I might just study stuff just to study it. Yeah, we can do Winter. At the very least, the higher lores we get, the more oomph we'll get out of it. Okay, we're getting some more people, which is nice. And as long as we have this maid in the mirror thing, we should be okay. The rite is complete. The marks of the forge are upon me. The first mark is what I have said, the second is what I have done. If I inspect my body, I'll find the third. I am aglow with new needs. So here it is. Ascension power. The forge has kindled an answering spark in my flesh. I am desperate for the heat of fire. I think that very soon I may begin to set them in my sleep. It is an urgent need, like the need for water. I know this to be the third mark. The marks of shaping. I may seek immortality and power in the hour called the Forge of Days. Blah blah blah. My ultimate aim. Okay. So now we have Ascension power. And with this, I believe that's it for right now, for that. Anyway, what to work on next? If I can just get some more everything. Fortunately, I can't exactly see all my notes right now. Forge and Lantern, I think, is what I need. It's either Forge and Lantern or Grail and Forge, both of which I don't actually have a lot of. One thing we could do is I could start transmuting types of lore into other types. There are ways to do that. And at this point, we don't really need any of these types to progress unless we just want to use it for a ritual. So that's one way to deal with it. Problem is, I just need... Like, all the items I have, I wish I had better ones. or better ones of different types. It's that little conundrum, I guess. Alright, we're gonna keep working out for right now. I mean, if I need to, I guess I could start just exploring earlier tier stuff, just to kind of get things out of it. Ah, exotic cravings. What hungers drive me? So things are about to change now. The Peacock's Door is as purple as the sweetest gem, as the ripest fruit, as the most depthless prose. It takes my reflection and returns nothing. When I wake, I won't recall my dream. So that happened. I'll move this over. Alright, so we can go through the spider's door, but that requires a sacrifice, which I'm not willing to make. And so we're gonna go ahead and stick with the stag door for now. It takes reason, which we have plenty of. The stag door is the Adept's Gate. To pass it is to be initiated into the first true mystery of the House of the Sun. The head, Gerby, weeps to see me enter where it cannot, but it must let me pass. The scarred valves of the door grind open. I don't have any erudition. Oh. That's interesting. I require ever hotter fires. Their fuel now is rare and costly. If I cannot afford them, the cold will overtake me. That's an interesting situation to be in. I did not... So, I've done the sensation path. The sensation path required bodies. You have to have bodies, either dead bodies or prisoners. This requires money. And we're going to need a lot of it. Saliba and acquaintance. Alright. So we need money. A lot of money. What can you do besides not get rid of evidence? Hoodwink. My skin twister is cunning enough to part fools from their treasure as easily as picking pears in an orchard. Alright, so I'm gonna have him just start stealing shit. So our obsession now is just gonna gobble up money. If we don't have enough money to pay, well, we'll figure it out in a second. Well, we're not gonna figure out what happens when you fail. I know what happens when you fail. Alright, got some erudition, great. So we need forge. If I study with edge lore, it becomes edge. I don't want that. Okay, that doesn't help me. That doesn't help me. Okay, so if I study this with forge, it will subvert it and become forge. We will need all the forge we can get at this point. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that started, I think. Problem is I also need Lantern for a different summon. Ugh, that's annoying. So, unless I can turn something into Lantern... That's of lower tier. I don't think there is. Okay, I can turn that. And that'll do some stuff. Yeah, the problem is I just don't have enough to play around with. Alright, well, this is what we'll do. We're just gonna keep working on... work on some stuff here. None of my choices are good. Alright, you know what? We'll work on Heart. We'll get that built up. Why not? Also, I completely forgot about my Affliction again. So I'm gonna suffer, I'm gonna permanently lose some health here. Just in time to get Vitality. The Flames yearn for me as I for them. Their touch is much more than pain. I have another mark. So the bad news is, well, the good news is we're growing stronger. I bear scars all over my flesh now from the fires, but it is harder each time to singe my flesh. I am beginning to grow accustomed to flame, like a dragon or a stone. This is the 4th mark. Yeah, so we're now at tier 4 on our desire and our marks. So every time we succeed, we go up a mark. Every time we fail, we go down a mark. And now we're going to pay double income at this point. So that's a little dangerous. Alright. In any case, let's get going. So, decrepitude. Some wounds never quite heal. Untreated injuries and hunger become decrepitude, which does not return to health. Decrepitude remains until you die. So there's the Forgotten Chronicle, so we can start getting those again, but we have already explored all of that. That's what I wanted, is the Forbidden Epic. 6 Order Influence. The Ascent of Knives is called the Sharp Stare and the Mother of Mirrors and the Feast of the Grail. If one is to look beneath the stare as I did last night in my dreams, one understands that last name. It draws a tithe of blood from the feet of those who ascend. Imposae, some shaped like men, some shaped like women, wait beneath the glass of the stairs to satisfy their hunger. I did not approach, I made no sound, I only observed. Alright, so that decrepitude, yeah, there's nothing we can do with the decrepitude at the moment. There's a way to solve it. It's a little annoying, but I can do it. It was my mistake for losing track of the stuff. Alright, so what we need to do is do Forge. Alright, we need to do Forge. The Forge of Days destroys and renews. It will invoke it. I will invoke it with the Grail to renew my failing flesh with forbidden magics. You are calling it at a minor degree, so let's do it in a better degree, shall we? There we go. Alright, so we're at 14, which is a little bit better. I can't really get much better than that right now. So minor, major, and then there's whatever the top one, which I think is Exalt. Exalt is like guaranteed to succeed. Major is pretty high success chance. This is the main way to get rid of decrepitude. So this is the only way to get rid of decrepitude. So there we go. So that should hopefully heal us. Successful deception. Here are rewards. Money, money, money. Okay. Perfect. So yeah, we're just gonna keep doing that for a while. They'll get our money in a good place for the most part. Do I want to gather... Well, we might as well recruit some people while we're here. Alright, subtle rupture. This is a 10th order influence. 10th order edge influence here. Anger is implicit in every shape. Of the place my dreams took me last night, this has been written. The ascent is glass, the walls are knives, each step is blood. I did not climb far, the pain was too great. When I awoke, that pain remained with me, a pain that I could employ to occult purposes if I hurry. Alright, I failed on that. Try that again, please. There are lessons the anatomist, the dancer, and the shaman all learn. While you keep doing that, please. Alright, I have been renewed with flame, tempered with blood. My flesh is strong again, but the Forge's radiance has dazzled my soul, and people will talk. So that gets me notoriety. It also gets me fascination. But our health is back, so that's all that matters. Alright, let's get this furious air taken care of, shall we? Celiba understands blood, he does not yet understand birth. We can now just promote people with just our pure lore now, which is nice. Spencer Hobson. He is mystic, but he's erratic. This hunter often fails to create evidence from notoriety. Conversely, they'll sometimes create evidence even when they can't find notoriety. Hobson has been a journalist, a private detective, and rather briefly a priest. Now he's an agent of the Suppression Bureau. So unfortunately, he's also a mystic, which means I have to kill him the old-fashioned way without using summons. But I'm going to keep him around because he's erratic, which means there's a pretty good chance he'll fail on his getting evidence. Alright, got some fascination. That's a bit annoying. Painted River. The Painted River runs from a great chamber near the White Door, far from the mantis. To its far edge where it enters a painted delta of far cloud. I voyaged half its length last night with a stern-faced captain beneath a rust-red sail. As the clouds rose before us, the sailors raised a yearning shanty and close-hauled the sails to best use the painted wind. And all the while, the captain and I discoursed on the secrets of the House of the Sun. We've got a new path to kind of explore and read about. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and call this a video. I'm the Depressed Eeyore, this is Cultist Simulator. See you guys later.